Jerusalem. I mean, not far away at all. It has the force. President Trump's wearing a Space Force uniform, and he's launching ballistic missiles into the atmosphere, intercontinental hypersonic missiles. President Trump posted these two images back to back. What does he mean by all of this? Two posts, 1 hour apart, both pointing in the same direction.
Hot.
Either this is an elaborate Saturday
worried about this is such a huge project. This is a giant data center or something. World's biggest data center. Well, that's just data centers that don't have to be built in
something
other
has just happened
being built in this
right after
uninhabited desert
President
valley.
Trump posted those images.
So the point is,
We
even
see
though
a
you can solve every
enormous
problem with these
mushroom cloud
data centers,
in
environmentalists
Israel.
don't care. They put their fingers in the air. They're like, la la la, I don't
Something's
care
going
about
on
facts.
here.
I
There
still
is really
remain
no
hysterical
explanation for this.
about
There's
data
been
centers because it is a
total and complete
environmentalist,
blackout.
Chinese communist,
Nothing
pagan
makes
faith
sense.
has
Again,
nothing to do with
these
facts.
posts and these images are just minutes
Kevin
old,
O'Leary
so
had the facts. Tucker
perhaps there's
Carlson
some type of
was
explanation
just
beyond
screaming at him about
what has
these
been
data
whispered about
centers
online
and going,
right
what's
now,
wrong?
which is that this
You're
was
saying that
controlled explosion.
it's argument enough just to beat the Chinese, like saying Kevin O'Leary is a
You're looking at the
fearmonger.
explosion right now.
You have to beat the Chinese at AI.
Does that look like a
Why?
controlled explosion to you?
Because in the future,
This
you
is a
really
mushroom
want to
cloud.
go to your computer
And
and
it's
have it
light
not
so
work
big,
for
it
you
turns
unless you
the
get
night
China's
sky into daytime.
permission to
And this is,
run
of course, being
the
shared all
data
over
from
the internet.
their
Massive
country.
explosion in Israel. The Israeli government
That you have
claim
to
they're
win the
testing
AI
a new
war.
device.
And the way that you fight evil AI from China is to build good
What?
AI
Something just
in
exploded
America.
in
And now,
Bet Shemesh.
you guys just got a
in
massive
the,
education on AI. You got Kevin O'Leary, who is absolutely defeated Tucker, but also Trump's AI plan will destroy Tucker. Trump's AI plan is going to save America and help us beat the China race. Trump is deeply invested in AI himself, and he's also investing America in AI.
But they warn all the locals.
This is
they warn
something
people when they're testing
that
weapons.
Kamala
They keep
Harris
people very
and
far
Biden
away.
would never
Israel's not a
have
big
done.
country, so it's not like there's a
Or
lot
they
of
would
room to test
squander
things.
so much money.
And so
Remember
why would you do it
how
in this incredibly
Kamala Harris was supposed to get everyone
populated
connected to the
area?
internet,
Here's
and they
Bet
spent all the
Shemesh
money,
in
$48
Israel.
billion,
What is
not
Bet
one
Shemesh?
person got connected.
Where is it? Well, it's really not that
And
far
Marjorie
away from
Taylor Greene, by the way, is the one who
Jerusalem.
brought out that fact
Not
until
far
she
away
turned against
at
Trump.
all.
Just
It
be
has
thankful,
the,
guys. These are good times.
Biblical Museum
And
of
AI is
Natural
going to make
History.
it better for your children and grandchildren. I should say
has
it's only going to
dense
make things more
population.
easy and convenient. You know, it's not going to make
It
people
is
love each other more.
30
It's not that
it's just
kind of
19
deep
miles
happiness.
west of Jerusalem.
But I mean, if
So
you
this
like
is
the idea of having
by
cancer
average
wiped
seems
out
to say
for your
that
kids and
this is
grandkids, I kind
a
of like
suburb
that
of
idea.
Jerusalem
I don't know. Call
that
me
just had a
crazy.
giant mushroom cloud over it.
That
I'm sorry,
AI
I'm
is going to
fine.
be the way
Hopefully
to
I'm
do
wrong.
it. Doug.
I want to be
Yeah.
wrong. No, I want to be
Exile. Thanks for
right.
watching, guys. Go to church
Such
tomorrow.
a huge explosion that nobody was counting on, some type of massive mushroom cloud. Bet Shemesh is population of 200,000. That's 2024. It's a center of Haredi Judaism and modern Orthodoxy. So it's very, very Orthodox, very, very Jewish, right? So what's going on here? A large blast was heard. Defense firm says it was just part of an experiment. I'm sorry. I see government lies every single day on this channel. We've been right about the 2020 election. We were right about January 6th. We've been right about COVID. This doesn't seem like a controlled experiment at all. Complete media blackout. 15 minutes after a massive explosion west of Jerusalem. Urgent. Massive explosion in Israel. Again, there are plenty of American firms that do testing on things. Some of them even light bombs. They never do it next to...
someone in class was responding to something we were listening to there on the other one. Yeah, talking about the data centers and the nuclear power plants and things like that. So again, something else. Many are wondering why the news people don't report on these things. Right, well, someone just sent over the article because the United States has 57 operating commercial nuclear power plants with a total of 96 active reactors spread across 26 states, supplying nearly 20% of the nation's electricity. So 20% of the United States electricity is running off 57 operating nuclear power plants, commercial power plants, and 28 states. So why don't the news people report on that stuff? Well, no, when you see the fear propaganda and people trying to stop that from happening, and everyone's kind of looking at, well, not everyone, but those that are aware kind of looking at each other like, right, kind of like when people carry on about a story about ghosts or aliens that they really believe. Again, the aware people look at each other like, oh God, just don't say anything. Yeah, we got used to that in the 90s. It is. It's sickening and it's sad. It really is. Because you have those moments where you can almost maybe give them examples or show them like the down-to-earth kind of explanations and you can have a good laugh. But nope, you're crazy. And then they go and find other crazy people to reiterate or believe what they believe. That, don't worry, don't you let them blaspheme you. Yeah, you're living in a world of stupid. Maybe not you. Thank goodness not completely. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of smart around us too, yeah. And I mean, as long as your own is good, yeah. You got good chi-chi? It was awesome today. The sun was really nice. Got some good sun. Sun and strawberry slushies. What states? There are actually 11 operating reactors. The most in any state is in Illinois, which has 11. So yeah, just in Illinois, the 11 operating reactors generally supplies 12% of the total U.S. nuclear electricity, just from that state. Pennsylvania has 9 operating reactors. North Carolina has 5 operating reactors, and Alabama has 5 operating reactors. And then it lists all the, like, you can see the different plants. Plant Vogtle, V-O-G-T-L-E in Georgia. Following the commercial launch of Unit 4, Vogtle is the largest nuclear plant in the U.S. and the largest electricity generator with 4 reactors. Palo Verde in Arizona, the largest single-site nuclear facility. The largest single-site nuclear facility by capacity, housing 3 reactors. Browns Ferry, Alabama, a major 3-reactor facility. Yeah, they might almost appreciate the news people not reporting on it, huh? You don't want anybody to try to interfere with those kind of transportation lines. Keep them busy with the fentanyl. Give them all acid. Get them fighting. Okay, so already done. It's not a theory. Fucktards. Right, so anyways, I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they're supposed to do to address the facts and concerns. The child and animal abuse videos that's been fed out to those lines we've talked about that are heavily connected to the same strong activist lines. Tucker, Rogan. I know, maybe that's why they did something on Tucker. I'm leaving him out. So I know, so I say there's a lot. I just happen to name the few that are obvious. Why throw in ones that aren't so obvious and make them more targets of what they need to be? Right, when it's ones that are already obvious, and not only that, when it helps to bring awareness and clarity and attention to some of these very serious cases connected to a lot of very serious trafficking of child and animal pornography and abuse. The fake and the real stuff, guys. I know you think it's all cool because it's just fake. Yeah. I know, and see, when it is real, that's why I say we've been doing this for a while. When it is real, the me is usually so retarded, medicated, or caught in the limelights that it doesn't know what the fuck's going on anyways. That's why they pick the people they pick. Have you noticed? Which ones are more likely to have autistic children? Oh, thanks. We'll take those doctor lists. It's exactly what they did. We were telling you that. Nobody wanted to listen. 2009. Remember the private investigator who shot himself? And it's sick and disgusting. People have already looked into it and listened to what people had to say around here. You people are fucked. Just like we said. You're mentally ill, pieces of shit, and you need to wake the fuck up. Or don't. It's America. You have a right to be a stupid piece of shit. We just gotta look out the best we can and hope we don't get caught in your unconscious travelings throughout the day. You and your entitled friends. Right, yeah, it's not a joke, and it's no joke when I tell the people 1, 2, 3, and they know who we're talking to. I'd pack your businesses up, I'd pack your homes up, I'd sell, and get the fuck out of here if I were you. It's a friendly suggestion when we know what we know, and when you see, and we've shown you, and we've tried to show you just how clearly we can see and hear things in the mix. Yeah, you can't really do too much about it. So it's just a friendly warning. I know you have the capabilities to do it, we don't. So we're sitting ducks, as always. Merry Christmas. They depend on it. Right, and then when you go back and you see when the tating and the hazing stuff spiked, Andrew Tate went to prison. Look at what was happening with, what was his name there? Snowden, Edward Snowden. What was the other one? Tommy Robinson back in that time was in the mix. I think he was arrested for trying to come into the U.S. Right, when people are a little off kilter, but they're not breaking any laws. Trying to help people. There's raped women everywhere. Victims of these old white guys. Whether you're a John Bonneau or a Honey Boo Boo, they'll make it just as profitable. They already showed you that. No disrespect. But we just use those as examples for people to understand what we're talking about. And these lines connected to these same activists that work within and out of the systems. When you see the state workers that bounce in and out, it's not hard for people at certain levels to make connections real quick. And by the time you are at that level, they see all your meddling and mingling and trying to do things inconspicuously and talk under the radar. You sick fucks. Unbelievable, huh?
Everything is so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool.
Long hair don't care about nothing, man. Out here all day head hunting, yeah. Make way when you hear me come strumming, man. Sounds so good, got your head red rumming, yeah. Listen to me now, listen to me.
Right, you know we're not just talking about the nuclear power plant. Two sites, right?
Yeah,
jeez. It gets old, doesn't it?
Cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. And I don't care for the ones who don't care for me. Have a bitch of summer, man. Thanks for the memories. Listen to me now, listen to me real good. People out there ain't living like they should not. And I get higher than a motherfucker all day. Used to keep it cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. Now I'ma do whatever I want. I'ma do whatever I like. I'ma do whatever feels good. Yeah, I'ma do whatever feels right. Always before you cross the line. There's no turning back the hands of time.
What's that? Fox News? That's not on the plants, that's on nuclear weapon production. Okay, so yeah, 2 days ago, Fox News, let's see. U.S. ramps up nuclear weapons production to Cold War levels as China pursues unprecedented buildup. Oh no! Run for the mountains, Skeeter. Hey, Skeet Skeet. Say hello to Miss Skeet. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like normal fear propaganda. For what reason? About what? The ramp up comes as China undertakes what lawmakers described as an unprecedented expansion of its nuclear forces, raising concerns in Washington about shifting global balance of power. So that's happening everywhere in the world. It's almost as though, let me try to help you understand, folks. Like when cell phones were developed, hey, they're doing it in China, they're doing it in the United States, Russia. Who got cell phones first, right? And then this place got it, then that place got it. I mean, did it just all of a sudden get distributed all over the world? I think some places still don't sell them. Do you even have a tower? You still have towers? It's all run off satellites now. Underwater cables. Well, the towers still serve a purpose, right? You still have to have towers. Don't confuse me. Yeah, so, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, why scare people? Oh my god, they're getting tasers. Now they're getting tasers. Holy shit, they're ramping it up over there. Yeah. Increase security. People have been... That's kind of what we do, right? Increase security for our schools, hospitals, streets, homes. Or is that just designated to celebrity status? Yeah, I think a lot of them are lost in their fucking worlds, dude. Peace be with you. Holy shenanigans. So the Nuclear Regulatory Commission has a map, and you can look on there. You see the comments? Let's see, under the Davis Best Nuclear Power Station in Oak Harbor, Ohio. One of the comments, it says, "I'm the kind of autistic that loves nuclear power facilities." Don't fear the Reaper. Right, and it's sad too because you see ones that do get scared, that gets put in their head by the people around them, and you can see that's clear. And it's sad because sometimes when there are people around that can kind of acknowledge that, you can't really say too much, can you? They almost do it more just to prove a point. Yeah, it's sick. They do it with everything, huh? It's like a drug to them. It's a mental illness. They're sick people. Incredible how big the plant is. The smoke going into the clouds is insane. That one's from the one in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Looks cool. Makes energy. Nice rec area. I don't know if that's an unfinished comment. Yes, well-run and regulated power plant. That's in Arizona. I never had a problem with nuclear power plants. I'm just reading some of the comments. Ooh. It tends to grow a very nice, beautiful radium green, which I enjoy. Why is there... Yeah, they say because it's colder areas, it's better, yeah. Doesn't make you feel good. Doesn't make you feel good. Doesn't make it right. So, yeah, when you look at, there's no news reports, and the only thing anybody could find was a couple days ago Fox News reporting on the weapons that China's making. Wake the fuck up. Are you kidding me? I can't fucking believe it, dude. It's not even funny, but it's laughable. Holy shit. Fucking somebody help. They do. They try. And then they tell them they're crazy, and it turns into... Have you been watching and listening? Oh, man. What the... Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think some of them have been killed. Literally killed and shot at. Trying to fucking tell you. They're lying to you. Nasty people. How's my hair? I'm spread way too thin. Big rush now. Tell me why you're rushing. Why you rushing? I just need to breathe again. Let it clear my mind. You don't need to be here, all up in my face. Put you in your place. Say, hey, got a lot to say. I'm gonna let you know. Sabado. What's up, big rush now? Tell me why you're rushing. Why you rushing? Bring a smile on my face. You don't need a home, no. What you need is a cage. I said, hey, I got a lot to say to you. So this is what I'm gonna do. Tell me why you're rushing. Why are you rushing? Let me chill for a while, let me breathe. No, it's not my style, let me breathe. Let me chill for a while, let me breathe. No, it's not my style. I said, hey, I got a lot to say to you. Hear what you say is not true. This is what I'm gonna do. Me, I'm gonna let you know. I'm spread way too thin. Everybody wants to know what's happening. I'm spread way too thin. What's the big rush now? Tell me why you're rushing. Why you rushing? Why you rushing?
I'm tired, I'm restless, I've already said this. I might need a medic, I'm trapped in these mornings without you. Mornings without you, yeah. I'm more than just nervous with walls on the surface. I know that you've heard this, I just want a morning here with you. A morning here with you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sending those over. Those are good articles. Yeah, I didn't read them all yet, but I'm going to read those other ones. Those are interesting. Yeah, ask. There's your answer. Why don't the national news stations report on nuclear power plants? So while the national news stations apparently, right, so just that alone, right, it's You gotta understand what a joke and how stupid that is, right? And you can understand certain safety measures, right? It's one thing to be silent about it, but I think where people get a little bothered, more so, is the fear propaganda they put out instead of educating people. Right, I mean, say something. Obviously, yeah, we have power plants operating, whatever, how many states, and say what this says right here. Local news stations frequently report on U.S. nuclear power plants, but the coverage is, of course, localized to the communities directly affected or driven by specific events, like regulatory changes, safety incidents, or industry shifts. Because plants operate quietly and reliably, they rarely make daily national headlines. Yeah, I know, more of some of my back tooth chipped off, so I know when it does that for a little bit, like it feels like it's digging into my tongue. I don't know if it dulls or if I just get used to it. Yeah, they've been chipping for quite a while. Anyways, newsworthiness and events. National stations generally cover nuclear energy only when there is a major breaking event, such as significant policy overhauls, regulatory rollbacks, or heavily publicized near misses and safety cover-ups. So, okay. I know, it's so fucking stupid. It's dumb. Right, and then when you see these news stations, Pfizer, and who they're funded by, I think they showed you this back around COVID, even they were like, sitting there like fucking eyes all wide, we're getting threats. I'm gonna quit and go to YouTube. They're gaslighting you. Oh, oh. Now I'm going to YouTube. What? Right, and when these people are all connected to the same fucking activist lines we've been telling you about, playing these goddamn games, but they think it's very serious investigations. Just like some of the forces think their simulated events are real. Going to the moon again. This time we're going to go around the moon. Go around it. Right. Why? Just to say we did. How much money is this going to cost? When everybody comes in, we have been to the moon. Okay. I am acknowledging you. Daily operation, routine maintenance, and local environmental concerns are typically handled by regional or local news stations. If a plant is near your vicinity, such as Maine's decommissioned Maine Yankee facility, local and regional outlets, like 3 eyes, like on the moon. What? There's some people in class. You didn't know that? I know some were shocked. They didn't even know we had any in the United States. Are you scared? Why? You know there's gas stations everywhere, too. Propane tanks. Fucking god damn it. Blow torches. Social media. It's everywhere. 5G plastic. Anyways. If a plant is near your vicinity, such as Maine's decommissioned Maine Yankee facility, local and regional outlets like the Portland Press Herald or Maine Public are much more likely to report on localized waste storage, emergency planning, or plant decommissioning. Get some Southerners saying, "Damn Yankees." Oi, oi, Captain. Nuclear reactors operate as baseline power sources with massive, quiet, and highly regulated daily outputs. Aside from periodic refueling, their daily operation is rarely visually dramatic or prone to the sudden changes that visual media favors. Scientific and technical complexity. Explaining the intricacies of nuclear safety protocols, grid economics, or the science of radioactive waste requires specialized reporting. Outlets often rely on specific industry news or environmental watchdogs to backpack these issues. You can follow ongoing oversight and regulatory developments directly through the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Yeah, maybe they could just put that up on the board. Or track it. No, China's making nuclear weapons! Do they have sliced bread too? You ever hear of an air fryer? What a joke, huh? So yeah, hopefully the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine bypass the fuckstick citizens that don't want to accept reality and are lost in their delusions, as we can see and many others have seen all around the world for many years. Totally disgusted with what they've been saying and reporting. It's nothing personal. There's nobody taking sides. Many of them don't like us either. Oh yeah, they get really upset with us about our language. Yeah, it actually makes them pretty angry sometimes. And then we have others who get angry with us for not taking the motherfucker's head off like we should. And then we have others who perpetuate a lot of those things. So, yeah, that's why we do the improv classes, the rehab classes. We put it open on the air for anyone to listen to. Yeah, they're great classes, aren't they? I know it's probably frustrating you can't hear the others or see some of their... Yeah, because actually some don't speak and do drawings and it's all reading. I know just what you're saying. Just, you don't need to explain. Don't tell me because it hurts. I want to know what makes you feel good. I'm so curious what he's playing. I'm gonna go peek.
Oh wait, oh yes, that's right. I should have known that.
I'm such a ninny. I already knew that. He was just telling me at before 6. He's like 10 more minutes. He was all excited. The new, oh gosh, what's the name of it? Strongest Battlegrounds. Yeah, he's been waiting for the update for like a year. So yeah, he is all excited about that. That's what they're playing. Makes sense. Strongest Battlegrounds as Roblox. I think it's on Roblox. I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. Hope so. Oh yeah, like that. Right, so as you can see, again, there's a respect for, yeah, whatever safety reasons they have. But then when you throw, yeah, the fear propaganda on top of it and how they use that against different people, all up and down the line on small and large scales. I mean, look at these different organizations, charitable organizations, fundraising. Exactly what we've been talking about. Those lines, the child and animal pornography, and look at all the people, how secret they're all being, like they're part of some top secret investigation. They're all watching this sick shit and targeting people, dude. It's fucking sick. They all think they're working for what? Just doing it because it's what's right. Yeah, people need to wake the fuck up. Right, those same lines, when you look at, what's been going on and the people that have been getting killed, kidnapped, vaporized, overdoses, accidents. Yeah, that's naturally going to happen, of course. With the fentanyl crisis, of course that's going to be happening. Just blends in with it all, don't it? You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
So Right here. Maybe it's the speed.